Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nufftingz Speaks with your host, Nufftingz. So, Pokemon GO's toxic community, the gift that keeps on giving. Bro, why do I have to do these videos over and over and over again to explain people and their stupidity and the fact that for some reason they love to play Pokemon Go? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because on, Xbox Live, they can't act like that because people will tell them all types of stuff. You know, I don't know anymore what's going on with people, but let's get into what's going on here. So, as you know, I'm happy Pokemon Go or Niantic slash Scopely terminated my behind. I'm happy as a pig in Dookie. I'm so happy. I'm able to do stuff that I want to do. I'm not forced into this nonsense game and it's bull jive. And you can sit there and defend it as much as you want. And bro, we could sit there and talk, and I ain't gonna listen to nothing you say. No, I'm just playing. I'll listen to what you have to say, but I'm not gonna agree with you. Pokemon Go can drop. You know what I'm saying? Like just drop. Have a heart attack and drop. I don't give a crap about that game. I don't care about any of it. I think it's garbage. Think the whole thing is a scam. Real talk. Like, it's a scam, bro. Like, it's one of the worst mobile games when it comes to money and pressing you for money and always having issues and people just run back. But what's been going on isn't really Pokemon Go related as much as it's more the people involved that never know when to shut the hell up, right? So, I would never have met these people if it wasn't for Pokemon Go. So that's Pokemon Go strike right there. Like, that's just, yeah, it's because of that. But these are people I never would have hung out with. I never would have rolled with. I honestly, I didn't hang out with them now or rolled with them anyways. But these are people that wouldn't even know my first name. You know what I'm saying? But, these people just on and on and on. So what happened was I've been out of this Pokemon Go thing since November, December of 2025. Right now it's February. So let's say I've been out a good 3-4 months. Thank the good Lord. Okay. Community's dead. I mean, they have their little meetups or whatever from what I'm hearing, but it's a shell of its former self when I was running it. Mind you, if someone takes over, good for them. All the power to them. Doesn't bother me if they succeed. Doesn't bother me if they don't. I don't care, right? But why the hell do people in the community still feel the need to send me voice notes? Send me stupid messages, And it's like, how much blocking do I have to do before y'all get the hint to leave me the hell alone? So what happened was, this dude, he talks too much, right? And if you were part of this Misog community, you know who I'm talking about. He's a short dude, he's got no hair, and he asks you a million questions, right? You know who I'm talking about. And at one point, he smelled like Tinkle. Like, seriously, he smelled like cat urine, right? So this dude decided one day to start lipping off to me, right? Just going off, telling me how much of a punk I am and how I could never fight him and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm a grown man with children. Why am I fighting you? How come that's the first thing people want to come up with is fighting? Bro, I'm too busy to be fighting with you, bro. So anyways, it became a thing where he's talking crap. I can't remember why it even started because, like, I don't care. But, homeboy is lipping off, and then he's calling me a keyboard ninja. And it's like, bro, I hurt his feelings, and he's talking nonsense. So he shut up after a while, finally, right? But he goes and tells all his little friends, and, oh, yeah, Nufftingz said this, Nufftingz said that. And it's like, bro, stop talking about me. Now, his boy, who was another obnoxious dude, an obnoxious Jamaican, if you want to get into, the real, I don't know what you'd call that, to be honest with you. Like, you want to know who it is, right? Like, I'm giving you the steps to figuring it out. Like, you'll know who I'm talking about. This is a loud, obnoxious Jamaican dude, right? And we all know Jamaicans are very obnoxious. I know because shit, I'm obnoxious too. But anyways, so this guy is the loudest person in the room. He's so loud. Like, he just, oh, God. So he overheard that beef was popping. He was thinking that, yo, me and this dude are gonna fight. And I'm like, bro, we're not fighting. Like, no one's fighting nobody here. Like, get out of my face with this. At the time, it was like minus 30. I was like, ain't nobody fighting nobody. Like, stop it. We grown. Anywho, this considered a disagreement between two people. Like, damn. Okay. So this guy, the obnoxious Jamaican, he decides to start calling me and starts harassing me with calls. So I answer the call. I'm like, what, man? And he's like, yo, I heard you were talking smack about me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look here, man. Nobody talking about you, homeboy. You know, nobody cares to talk about you. You're not special. You're not relevant in my daily routine to talk about. Like, stop calling me with that. Just because your little boyfriend over there told you that, oh, yeah, he's talking smack. Bro, you believe everything you hear? Anyways. Excuse me. Sorry. I sucked in too much air at that time. So, dude is like telling me how, yo, I'm talking smack. And I'm like, bro, come on. So, after all that, and I told him, look, man, that's not what happened. Leave me alone. Yo, he then wants to be friends. He's like, oh, yo, you know, you see what's going on in the Street Fighter? And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, leave me alone. I'm a gamer, yes, but I don't want to talk to you about it. Like, you a clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, we're going to sit here and deny the fact that you're a clown? Just because the whole world wants to lie to you, to your face, and not tell you the truth, it's not going to happen with me. Dude, you're a clown. You know, you sit there and you believe everything you hear. You want to fight everybody over everything. And yet, I've never seen you actually fight somebody, but you talk about it all the time. Like, yeah, man, I'm 6'2" and I'm big and strong. Like, bro, okay, you ate your Wheaties this morning. What more do you want? Nobody cares, bro. Like, nobody's terrified of you. Like, calm down. So, anywho, he's trying to be my friend. He's there talking his nonsense, whatever, right? I'm like, dude, like, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to talk to you about nothing, right? And also, this was concerning a chick. Now, if you've listened to any of my previous videos, I was talking about this female who is gonna be homeless, and the time is ticking, tick, 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 to that day when she's gonna lose access to her shelter that she's at. Yet she won't get on the grind and get out of her situation because she's sitting there on the phone talking nonsense to people, not figuring out your life. Like, okay. Anyways, like, I was gonna say something else, like, okay, buddy, like, you're really on the ball here. So, anywho, moving on. So that same one that I told you smelled like cat urine, he one day, I don't even know what oh, okay. So they're always this group here of all groups, like, they all do it, but this one is very obnoxious with the fact that they're always interfighting. Like, there's always interfighting. And of course, everybody tells me. But the thing is, they keep bringing up my name. Every time they fight, it's regarding Nufftingz. And it's like, or Nufftingz is what they bring up. Do you know how many times I got voice notes from people okay, let me change it. Do you know how many times the 6'2" obnoxious Jamaican send voice notes to other people, and then they send that voice note to me and make me listen to it? And I'm like, yo, every time he's trying to dog something he brings me up, right? And it's like, okay, dude, when are you going to stop bringing me up? I hadn't talked to this man in months, and you're still calling out my name, right? And him being of Jamaican descent should know better than to call out man's name. Like, stop calling out man's name. Leave man alone. Okay, now, this man keeps calling out my name. And it's like, dude, stop. Okay, now, the reason why I say it again is because, like, it's like I want people to hear what I'm saying. Like, leave people alone. Okay, so he calls out my name over and over and over again, talking about how I was scared to do this and I was scared of him and whatever. And it's like, bro, what are you talking about? You see, this is what causes problem with people when people don't know when to shut up and they talk nothing but fought. Bare fought coming out of this man's mouth, and he just keeps talking. Man has diarrhea mouth, and it's like, stop calling out people's name. You don't know. Like, I don't think about this man. I don't wake up in the morning and say, "Oh my God, I want to talk about him." No, I don't even. I didn't even remember this guy existed until I start getting the voice notes again, and I'm like, bruh, stop calling out my name. Seriously, like, why are you calling out my name? Right? Okay. So what happened now was this guy, the one that smells like Tinkle, he starts to fight with me because me and the girl that is going to be homeless, we're not vibing. I want nothing to do with her, but she keeps sending me stupid messages on the phone, sending me stupid on Instagram and all that, sending me stupid messages, right? Telling me stupidness that I don't care about, trying to disrespect me, and the girl can't even spell properly. You know how much spelling mistakes she makes in a sentence? Like, I swear to God, I need a translator to read English when I'm talking to her. But yet, you're sitting there, you can't buy a cup of coffee, and you're talking about man. Like, stop talking about me. Why are you sending me stuff? You know, most times I block these people, but they make other accounts to come bother me again. It's like, bruh, this is harassment. But you see, I don't call police now, right? So I'm not gonna call no police now. Okay. So this gal, she decides she wants to talk foolishness over and over and over again. So I don't want nothing to do with her. So I'm not vibing with homegirl at all. I want nothing to do with her. Like, zero interactions. But, of course, she goes and runs and tells these two idiot mandem to come fight with me now. Because she mad. And here's the joke. There was a time when someone asked her if she would, do some oral on me. And she said yes. And one of the people that heard it never stopped bringing that up. Like, oh, she offered to give Rob something, eh? And I'm like, yo, listen, bro, stop bringing that up. But, like, this is what I'm trying to say now. Like, you wanted me at one point. I want nothing to do with you, and now you're mad. Like, it doesn't, I'm not saying this to say, oh yeah, I'm the greatest thing on the planet or I'm sexy. I'm not saying any of that. But I'm saying this is what's been going on and this is how people be carrying themselves. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, stop it. Okay. So now, she's mad. So she runs and tells the two of them, right? The stinky one and the obnoxious one, right? Okay. Why did they now have a little group call and then tell everybody what they thought of me, and people were recording them and then they send me the video, and I'm like, oh my God. So one of the things I like to do, I like to watch these sometimes just to know what people are saying about me, because but sometimes I don't even bother. Like, I'll just be like, look, I don't care if I have some like a 5 minutes to waste, I'll watch it just to see it. But I don't want to, like, if I go through the rest of my life without getting one more video, a message from any of these people, I would be happy. Like, I would be happy like a pig in dookie. Like, I would be happy. Once again, I said that one. I would be happy. But okay, so this girl runs and tells them, and then they start to talk foolishness. Now, why are you as a grown man listening to this girl? Right? You don't know why me and her don't get along, but you think that if you start talking to me and start trying to dog me, that she's gonna give you some booty. Like, is that really what you're trying to do here? They're trying to pretend like no, but they all want to slam this girl, and yet she's not giving them the time of day, and she's manipulating the hell out of them, and they don't understand. Like, that's why it's so funny and it makes me laugh. Right? Okay. So, mind you, she has a GoFundMe. She ain't making no money. She don't got a job and whatever. So a couple days ago, the same Tinkle spelling one, he starts talking crap. So he's talking about how I said I was going to break his arm and this, or I was going to beat him up or something like that, and how he'll break my arm and whatever. And I'm like, look here, man, I don't have time to fight with you over stupidness, especially over a woman that I want nothing to do with. Like, that's dumb. He's going off saying how, yo, you talk so much smack, you this and that. And I'm like, dude, why? Because you guys harass me and then I respond? Like, how am I talking smack? Most majority of the time is y'all talking about me. I'm not even saying anything. Like, y'all be talking about me, right? Okay, cool. This man, to prove my point, then runs and tells the girl and tells the 6'2" one and says, oh yeah, well, you know, Rob was talking this and whatever. So the 6'2" one goes and says all these voice notes, and I hear them. And here's what the man said. This was what makes it so funny. So the man says that they're all doing so well, as in they're living in luxury, and how I have a low budget podcast, which is Nufftingz Speaks in their world. Okay. Number one, Nufftingz Speaks wasn't to make money. It was more just fun. That's really what it was. And I've said this before, right? It's not my fault that in the course of like 2 months, I got 3,500 watch hours. What are you mad at me for? Like, people wanted to hear what was going on in Pokemon Go, and it was what people wanted to hear. So what are you mad at me for? Now, the same 6'2" one, you want to hear something funny, y'all? The man's on welfare, right? The man is on welfare, okay? And he's mad at me talking about money. And it's like, dude, you're on welfare. Like, how, like, I'm not dogging welfare, but how can you sit there and talk about me and money when you beg people for food all the time? You never have money. You're on welly, right? And you're going to sit there and talk to me about success? Like, how can you tell me anything about success, bro? Talking about how I don't work. Do you know how much hours I spend editing videos for, not for this channel, because this is simple, but for Nufftingz Entertainment? You know how much hours I had put into Pokemon Go and the community and all that other crap? Like, do you know how much hours I put in for my family, like my kids and all that? So, you know, don't sit there and tell me I'm not working. Like, I'm monetized, bro. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, I'm legit monetized. I'm monetized, y'all. No, I'm monetized, right? Okay. So you ain't working, but you want to talk about money and success. Okay. I don't know where he got the success thing from. Then he talk about, yo, you can't even do grade 9 maths. Instead of math, he's saying maths. He's trying to talk like he's got, like he's patois. I said that wrong. He's trying to talk patois, which if you don't know is Jamaican. Like, I honestly call it broken down English. It's Jamaican slang, honestly. It's like, I can't even explain it because it's so dumb. Like, I should not be explaining this because this is stupid. Okay. So he then is talking about how him, the guy that smells like Tinkle, and the girl that lives in a shelter and is going to lose her kid and lose her place the 1st of March are more successful than me, who has his children, right? Makes his own money, has a roof over his head, and you're mad at me? And it's like, but you want to talk about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's monetized on YouTube? Now, the one that smells like Tinkle, he actually got a job. Now, here's the thing. I've known these people for what, 3-4 years? Because of Pokemon Go. God, I hate Pokemon Go. And he now got a job. Not the 6'2" guy, the one that smells like Tinkle. And he's there throwing that in my face, like, oh, yeah, oh, man, you sit on your ass all day, whatever, with your low budget podcast. And I'm like, bro, you just got a job. Like 3-4 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, you just found work after 4 years of just doing nothing, right? You found work. Good for you, but how are you going to sit there and talk about other people and how great you are because you just found work? There's people out there that have been working their whole life, and you just got a job after how long, and you are now going to sit there and disrespect other people and talk down to people? Like, how good are you? You just found work. Like, you just find it. So how are you going to sit there and talk about other people? Like, go sit down somewhere and shut up, bro, because what are you talking about? You just got a job. You just found work, right? So get out of my face with that. Like, bro. And then dude's like, yo, you don't know what I'm doing. I'm going back to school and blah. I'm like, bro, in my mind, I'm thinking, this man is in his 40s talking about going back to school. Like, I'm not dogging it. Like, bro, do whatever. But come on, man. Like, dude, shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lee, I don't, like, here's the thing. I don't care, but you keep telling me this stuff. And then I'm sitting there thinking, dude, I got to do a video on this one because this is hilarious, because this is what I met through Pokemon Go. Like, I haven't done a video on this channel in like 2-3 weeks. And as soon as I get a notification that someone commented on an old video of mine talking about Pokemon Go and how they hate Pokemon Go for this, or I get a notification from my Undertaker videos where I was talking about The Undertaker and whatever, right? And it's like, okay, cool. My videos are reaching out. Like, I found out today from some people that my shorts on Nufftingz Speaks are popping up on their feed and they're not even following me. So it's like, cool. But what I'm saying is, look, I don't need to sit here and toot my horn. The only reason why I'm saying anything is just to give you an example of what I'm doing compared to what they're doing. Yet they're sitting there telling me, oh, I'm not successful and I'm not this and I'm not that. But it's like, how can you talk about success when you're not successful yourself? Like, I can buy food. I can buy and take care of myself and my children, and we don't need handouts. I'm not losing my place, but she is. You know what I'm saying? So how are you going to sit there and talk about anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, my videos, especially for Nufftingz Speaks, will stay on YouTube forever, right? Unless they, get taken off or whatever. When I pass away, if my kids want to hear my voice, they can go to Nufftingz Speaks and listen to my voice. Or any recordings I've done that I kept on my phone or that I kept on, my Google account or whatever, right? My point is, when y'all are gone, nobody's going to remember after a while. At least with me, I left something, right? And that's just a minor, and this is a small minor thing, but I think it's nice to think that, my kids like can hear me after I'm gone, because I want to do that with my mom. I sort of want to get her to do some stuff and I can hear her voice after she's gone, because, I'm going to have a hard time with that. But my point is, right? To end this video, leave me alone. Like, seriously, man. I am telling you, if you've never played Pokemon Go or been part of the community, for the love of God, stay home and play video games that you have. Console, PC, whatever. Bro, play Monopoly, play Scrabble on a board. Play chess with yourself, play checkers with yourself. Be like Piccolo and, summon another one of you and play with yourself. Because, bro, that game is a sinking ship. The community is garbage. The whole thing is garbage. Okay? And I can only speak for my side. I mean, there's other communities probably great. Good for them. I don't care. I'm talking about just the toxic behavior of grown men. It's not even the women as much. Women don't bother people, except for this one. But majority of the women, 9 out of 10 women, honestly, I would say more than that, because this is just a rare case of a female that doesn't have any brains and is just nonsense talking. But You talk about women don't usually get involved in this stuff. Women are more respectable. Women have more sense than these older men that try so hard to live some gangster life. You know, like what gangster life are you living? Oh, I remember. Let's not forget the 6'2" guy. His mother's a reverend. And it's like, dude, didn't you grow up in church? Maybe you should go back to church and stop bothering people. Like, leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have family money. Ain't no black preacher not loaded. So don't tell me none of that. Especially a Jamaican preacher. The way how they teeth, please. They have money, bro. So don't tell me that. So you're sitting there living some boo-boo life when you have family money and you want to talk about people. I don't have any family money. All my money is mine. So leave me alone. Stop bothering people. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to wake up and have you talking poop in my ears. You and your little entourage of weirdos. Like, stop it. Find something better to do. Get a hobby. Get a gal. See, if you had a woman, she wouldn't let you do all that. But you're single. Get a woman. Or if you like men, get a man. Leave grown people alone. And stop calling out my kid's name. That's the other thing too. The man loves calling out people's name in every argument. All of them. Always bringing up the baby mama. They're always bringing up my children. You know, they're always bringing up other people. Oh, this person said this. I'm like, dude, stop calling out people's name. Leave people alone. Anyways, that was my video. Like and subscribe. And make sure you check out Nufftingz Entertainment. Because that's where I'm doing, like, you know, all these games and stuff. And bro, whew, I got a lot of games. Anywho, I'll see you in the next video.
Another late night chasing down the light for the crime that Nufftingz has to fight against the